Okay, we're going to look at the difference between a relation and a function. Okay, a relation is a mathematical expression. It can be an equation. It could be something like y is equal to 4x plus 2. It can be a table. It can be a graph. So a relation is basically any type of mathematical expression shown in various forms. Like I said, an equation, a table, a graph, and there are probably a couple other forms you could use. Those are all mathematical relations. What makes it a function is something that I will show you. We'll look at the graph first because that's probably the easiest. So if I draw this line here, you say it is a relation. I've already told you that. Now, is it a function? A function is just a subset of relations. In other words, all poodles are dogs, but not all dogs are poodles. Same thing. All functions are relations, but not all relations are functions. So it's just a subset. So we're going to look at what's called the vertical line test. If I take a vertical line and pass it through this expression I've given you, which is in the form of a line, it only intersects at one spot. No matter where I draw a vertical line, it only intersects that red line one spot. So it passes the vertical line test because it only intersects at one point. If I draw a curved shape, this is called a parabola, but I bring the vertical line down, it still only intersects at one point. No matter where I draw the vertical line, it intersects that parabola at one point. So that is also a function because it passes the vertical line test. If I take that same parabola shape, that U shape I just drew, and put it sideways now, and draw a vertical line through there, it intersects at 2 points. No matter where I draw this, it intersects at 2 points. And it does not pass the vertical line test. Vertical line test says it can only intersect the relation in one point. This intersects in 2 points. If I draw a circle, it intersects in 2 points. I can draw other functions that you think, well, here's a sine wave. Okay, that is a function because no matter where I draw the vertical line, it still intersects only in one point. However, if I draw that same sine wave sideways, and then draw a vertical line, you can see it intersects in multiple points. So it is not a function there, but the first one was. So that's how you can tell whether something's a function or not using the vertical line test on a graph. Now if I look at a table, for every value of x, there can only be one value of y. Okay, so for the value of x equals 1, the value of y is 5. 2 is 6, 3 is 7, 4 is 8. So that is a function. If, however, I gave you points, say I gave you these 5 points. Now 4 of them are from that table I just gave you, those first 4, but say I gave you these points. For every value of x, there can only be one value of y. So what you really have to do is look for multiples of the same x. There's only one 1 here. Okay, if I look at 2, there's a 2 here and a 2 here. So for x equals 2, y is equal to 6 or to 9. So the value of 2 can go to 6 or to 9. But 1 is 5, 3 is 7, 4 is 8. But it's this one right here. X value of 2 has two y values. Therefore, that is not a function. Okay, so a function can only have one y value for any given x value. Not the other way around. I can have I can say 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6. Okay, I've got one y value and a whole bunch of x values. That's okay. I can do that. What I can't do is have one x value with multiple y values. Okay? So that's the difference between a relation and a function. Remember, a function is a subset of a relation. On a graph, it has to pass the vertical line test, where it can only intersect the particular drawing you're looking at one point when you draw a vertical line through it. If you're looking at points for any given value of x, so really what you're looking for, does x repeat itself, like here and here? For any given value of x, there can only be one value of y. But we see for this value of x here, here, it has two values of y, 6 and 9, which will show up here and here. That means it is not a function. And that's the difference between a relation and a function.